Talking out of my ass. Number 40. And this, my 40th talking from my shitty fucking asshole. Pull up the fucking notes. Lots of notes. All just little bits of stupidity that happen to fucking shit out of my brain. They're all just, little croutons of fucking stupid thoughts that I think throughout the day. Usually my fucking idea generation is at its highest during the morning when I'm hungry. Monster Zero. Thank God. Well, yeah. So, let me situate my chair, put my seatbelt on, hit the fucking road. Alright. Let's get this piece of shit rolling. Got this left-hand turn signal, bitch. I got this. Fuck that. Hell yeah. Attacking the fucking left-hand turn signal. Alright, the notes. I don't know if you know about this app, and you don't have to know about it if your phone's not rooted. So if your phone's not rooted, this doesn't even fucking apply to you. There's this app called Folder Mount. That's what it's called, Folder Mount. And let's see, what the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, it's like these Android phones. For some reason, I don't know. I think I have like Android. What was it? The KL. Yeah, the fucking Android operating system. You ever notice that? The Android operating systems, they're in the fucking alphabetic order. So they got Kit Kat, which is K. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K. K, Kit Kat, Lollipop. Yeah, a Lollipop is Android 5.x, right? For some reason, you can't fucking stick you can't. There's no connection between the SD card and the fucking and the device storage. So what I do is I got this fucking app called Folder Mount, and it'll like, you can like take a folder and your fucking storage device or your device storage and link it up to another folder that you create on your SD card. And like everything that gets thrown on that fucking storage device or device storage folder gets automatically, cut and pasted into the fucking to the folder on your SD card. So basically, you're conserving, space on your fucking device storage drive. That's if your fucking SD card works okay. Shit, man, I fucked up, man. I had this problem before, and I was thinking it was just the app, the Folder Mount app, but the SD card it's like going to shit. I had like 800 books downloaded from Scrib, right? Close to 800, maybe over 800, yeah? And like half of them were gone one morning. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Shit. And I gotta re-download all that shit. And then Scrib is supposed to be fucking rolling out their fucking new update, which pretty much restricts your whole fucking library. If you haven't looked through a couple pages of the books that you fucking downloaded from Scrib, the app will fucking automatically delete those fucking books off your fucking your drive. What the fuck is this message? Yeah, what is this? Recorded info anywhere. Stop commuting. Wow. Fuck, they get my number. Random text messages, man. I fill out these fucking loan applications and credit card applications. Now I get all these fucking random text messages and shit. You're gonna make $5,000 a month from home and shit. The fuck? I don't know what this fucking note means. Hunger for idea creation. I'm not hungry for idea creation. I create ideas all the time. You know? Just gotta be listening. Sometimes I ignore my ideas that I go in my golf mad. That's like, what the fuck? What am I thinking, you know? I don't know, like I said, usually when I'm like starving, like when I'm in that starvation mode, you know, when I got the low blood sugar and like my body's pretty much stripping all the glucose out of my muscles to feed the brain and shit. When I'm in that state, that fasted state, those ideas just get really crazy and they get fucking loopy and shit. Like I'd be in that Second City sometimes, you know, doing the class. They have you doing the improv games and shit, right? And I'll go in there like extra, like starving and shit, just so I could have like halfway decent ideas. Of course, I'd pump myself full of caffeine too. And that combination of the fucking Monster caffeine with the fucking the low carb Monster plus the fucking you know, the fasted state, that would like fucking like I'd be acting like all crazy and shit in those fucking classes, man. Taco Burrito King. I don't know what the fuck this is all about. Taco Burrito King. Oh, the only reason I brought this up because I don't know, they got this chain, this Mexican restaurant chain in Chicago called Taco Burrito King, TBK for short. And yeah, man, you get some decent sized, you know, amounts of meat put on your plate. Some dead cow carcass for all you vegans out there. You know, you fucking sensitive fucks about your fucking animal rights and shit, right? Yeah, I go to the fucking Taco Burrito King, and then the cooks are sitting there carving up big slabs of beef into those little chunks they put in tacos, like in a big mountain, like a big 5-foot high pile of fucking of steak meat for tacos, piled up on a fucking counter, and they're just cutting away at the dead carcass, cutting away at the dead animal carcass, the cows, the poor little cows. They're cutting away at it. All you fucking vegans, fuck you. Taco Burrito King. You get a steak egg special there for like it's $8.99. Steak and eggs. They put that taco meat that they use for steak tacos. They put that on the side, like a big pile of it, next to 2 fucking fried eggs, and they put some rice and beans next to it, all on one plate. Steak and eggs, Mexican style and shit, right? Mangina conversation. These are just notes. These are the notes. The headings for the notes I wrote down. I don't know. One time I was riding this guy around, right? And you know the new way of talking for men, for these manginas at least, is to be all soft spoken and shit, right? And you're supposed to like up talk. You're supposed to like end all your sentences with like a fucking a higher pitch than from what you started the sentence. So, you know, it wouldn't be like, you know, I went to the store. It would be, I went to the store, and then I ran to the mall. That kind of talking, that up talking shit that women do. Men are supposed to be doing that shit too, according to the manginas, you know. You don't want to offend the women with your fucking rough voice. You like the way I'm talking. This would be very offensive to most women. So yeah, I was talking to this man Gina, right? And I don't know, there's no story to it. I was just talking to him. He was like saying some shit to me, right? We were talking about a hybrid, the Toyota hybrid. I was explaining to him how it fucking works, right? I was telling him there was an inverter that converts the fucking DC current from the fucking generator, or that converts the fucking the AC current from the fucking engine. I guess there's an alternator, and that AC current comes out of the alternator, and it gets it converted to DC current by way of an inverter. DC current goes to the fucking electric motor, which powers the wheels, right? And he was like talking all soft to me. He wasn't doing like the up talking. He was just like being real soft with this fucking talk, you know. His woman was in the back seat. I guess they had a couple of kids. I can't remember. And it was just like I had to sit there and mirror that kind of talking. I was like, he was like, I didn't know, you know, the Toyota, you know, I'm like talking just like, and I'm not even my usual voice. I have to talk like a soft-spoken voice to this fucker, just like he's talking to me. I don't know. You go into any fucking hot dog stand in Chicago, and you start talking like, I need a hot dog and fries. They'll fucking laugh you right at the store. They'll be like, fuck you, man. They won't, because they're fucking money on it. They'll take anybody's fucking money. I want a Polish with fries. I want some mustard, and I want some onions. I want Italian beef, dip, soak, hot. You go to Al's Beef, the originator of their fucking Italian beef sandwich. You dip, soak it. You go to Al's Beef, say dip, soak, hot. That's all you gotta say. I want a beef. I want Al's big beef, Al's extra big beef, dip, soak, hot. They'll know exactly what the fuck you're talking about, and they'll give you your sandwich real quick. With the respect that you fucking deserve. If you go in a fucking Al's Beef and go like, what's a beef sandwich? Do you put juice on there? Do I have to get hot peppers, or do I have a choice of sweet peppers? Or they're gonna fucking laugh you right out of that fucking place. They won't, but you know. Like that one fucking place, Wiener Circle, that fucking place with the fucking reality show. Those black chicks from the West Side or some shit. I don't know where those chicks are from. They act like they're from the fucking West Side. Just because the West Side is supposed to be more ghetto than the South Side. Shit, fucking burp. And I just ate a couple Nathan's beef hot dogs. That fucking burp is just rancid. It smells like sewage. Fit or fold. Yeah, it's always on the casino tables, right? I was on like the small stakes table. Real small. Like the 50 cents dollar tables and shit, right? And this fucker, man, he would fucking raise pre-flop every fucking hand, right? Like the big blind, the big blind was $1, and he'd fucking raise it to $10 every fucking time, right? This fucking cocksucker, right? And then when the flop comes, he fucking raised it like $25 fucking dollars. And then when the turn came, he went all in. No matter what fucking hand he had, he would just do this the whole fucking time, right? And like he went on this like streak. He had like one time he had like a pair of threes and a 3 hit on the flop, So he went all in with that and he won. So then I had like a good draw, right? I had a king, queen, or king, jack. That's what I had. And queen and a 10 hit on the flop, right? So he did the same thing to me, right? I think I got in pre-flop for $5. I saw the flop. The flop hit. He bets $25 fucking dollars, right? So I got an outside straight draw. And then the fucking turn card comes, and it doesn't help me. I'm hoping for an 8 or an ace, and the way this, or I'm hoping for a 9 or an ace, and the way this guy was fucking betting, it was fucking ridiculous. You know, I mean, that whole philosophy, that fit or fold philosophy that I had. Anyways, he went all in after the fucking turn. Before the river came, he went all in. And, you know, I just didn't have the odds. Even though he was just like, a couple of times he turned over his fucking cards after the river card, you know. He turned his cards over and he had like low pair. You know, he went all in with like low pair on the flop. But he was playing me, man. He was playing me big time, you know. Because he knew I was doing fit or fold. Basically, fit or fold is if you hit the fucking flop, you keep on playing. If the flop misses you, then you fold. Fit or fold. So he was playing he was playing me big time. I mean, there's a saying in poker, you know, if you have a strong hand, if you have a drawing hand, you're just gonna call. If you have a strong hand, you're gonna fucking raise. So this guy was going on the assumption that I always had a weak hand. I was on a drawing hand, like king queen, king jack, trying to draw to a straight, an outside straight. And the flop came. It was like fucking queen 10-5 or some crazy ass shit, right? And so I had the outside straight draw. I had 8 outs right there. But then he could have just been fucking raising. I mean, he raised the pot on the flop like $25, which means he could have had a queen. He could have had a 10 or a 5, or he could have had nothing. He could have just been bluffing. He could have just been bluffing with some fucking, you know, pair of deuces that he might have picked up, you know, pre-flop. I don't know. But it was early in the fucking, I didn't get a good table image of him. If I had known, like, that he was that kind of person, because this was only like 3 hands into when he first came in, when he first sat down on the table. It was like 3 hands into it. I was thinking he had like 2 pair or something. I was like, man, the only thing that could be with 2 pairs is a fucking straight. But then as he got later on into the fucking, you know, as his table image started fucking, you know, taking a hold, and, you know, I could get a good, you know, a read on him. You know, I figured, you know, he could be fucking calling with anything. He could be betting with fucking a pair of deuces. You know, going all in with a pair of fucking deuces, you know. But that whole philosophy, that fit or fold philosophy that I had, it was being taken advantage of. Which leads me to my other fucking idea. Ed Miller's How to Play Low Stakes Hold'em Poker, some shit. I think it's, I don't know, I forgot what it's called. Ed Miller, How to Play Low Stakes Poker, How to Play the 1-2 Table, How to Play Small Stakes Poker, some shit, right? I don't know what the fuck it's called. Anyways, the whole crux of that book is how to play fucking dumbasses like me. The fit or fold fluffers. The fit or fold fuckers. He calls us nut peddlers. He knows our basic fucking strategy. You know, if we have a small hand, we stay small. We keep the pot small, and then if we make our hand, we go all in. You know, we try to get as much money in as we can out of that fucking hand, right? So what does he do? He recommends, you know, playing the big blinds. Say you're on the button. He puts up these scenarios. He says if you're on the button, and if everybody folds to you on the button, and you just got the small blind and the big blind ahead of you, then you should fucking raise the pot. Like, I forgot. He puts some like stipulations, but if they're two weak players, just raise the pot 100% of the time. Go in like, I don't know, 3 bets or some shit. Like raise the $10. That's if everybody folds to you on the button. And then you get like, if you take down like 63% of the time, you know, if you scare the fucking small blind and the big blind off their fucking hands with a $10 raise into the pot, that means you make $3. And he's saying that if you do that like 63% of the time, then you can, on average, you profit. I don't know how he figures out that fucking math. Pretty interesting book, you know. Pointed out a lot of holes in my game. Because that's what that fucker was doing at that fucking table. He was 3-barreling it. He fucking pre-flop. He was going in for $10. The flop came. He was going for $25. Turn card. He was going all the fuck in every fucking time, right? So he knew I was playing. He knew I had that fucking weak strategy, the fit or flop strategy, which most people do. Because you're at a very low percentage to even make your hand, you know? Even if you want to be dealt aces. Aces like 220 to 1 that you make aces pre-flop. That you're dealt a pair of aces, 220 to 1. Any pair is like 59 to 1. I think anything above jacks, like pair of queens, pair of kings, pair of aces, is like 120 to 1, right? So, you know, the stealers, the people who blow up the fucking pot a lot, they know you're on a fit or flop strategy, right? Because they know how many times you're going to be dealt aces, right? 220 to 1. I don't know. I guess you get my drift. Four or 5 listeners. That's right. I only got about, and I was 12. Before I had like 4 or 5 listening to me on a regular basis. Now I got like 12, I guess. And I'm always saying take, right? Right? I'm always telling you, you can't get one out of your life, just take it. Why bother asking? Just take, right? You know, I'm saying take within fucking reason. Within, you know, of you know, not going to jail and shit. Like this dumbass I used to know, right? I used to live at this flop house, and I got kind of like, I had an acquaintance with this guy, right? We used to work together in his fucking Illinois Police Association telemarketing office, you know. And this guy, he was living at the flop house I was living at, right? And so, like, I didn't see him on the streets for like 5 or 6 years, right? And then I see him again, like, you know, out of the blue, walking down the street, right? And he started telling me, oh yeah, I purse snatched this fucking lady on like in Lincoln Park, right? The police came after me and shit. He was telling me the police came after me and I had to go to prison for like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, don't be like that fucking dumbass and start purse snatching and shit like some fucking shit for brains, right? You should probably get caught over fucking whatever that bitch had in her fucking purse, probably like $5 and shit. Yeah, don't be fucking stupid. I'm telling you to fucking take, you know. Obviously. Hopefully that's fucking obvious. Yeah, my stupidity. I don't know what the fuck that means, but yeah, I'm pretty fucking stupid. I don't know. I'm trying to decipher that fucking note. My stupidity. Let's talk about how stupid I am. I don't know, I'm not really stupid, I'm just kind of undisciplined, you know. For the first time in my life, I can actually read for fucking like 5, 6, 7 hours straight. I'm thinking it might be too late, you know. I'm getting close to middle age. I'm in my 40s and shit. It might be too late for me to change, you know. I once had this fucking cocksucker tell me, you know what, you're washed up. Why don't you fucking just give it up? And, you know, your life is pretty much over. You're in your 40s, you know. You should have been successful by now. But fucking, you know, why even try? I don't know. What do you want me to do? What does he want me to do? Go out in the fucking forest and just die off, you know? You guys know what the Indians used to do? Some old guy was getting weak and shit. You're fucking tribe and shit. You just you put him out in the middle of the forest. You let him fucking just die off, you know? Get killed by whatever the elements are out in the forest. I mean, that's what I should do. Since I'm all washed up and, you know, pretty much my life is over, even though I'm only 40. There's typical life expectancy of, like, what, 75, 72 or something like that. For males. Maybe for males, it might even be like 68 or something. I don't know, the way I'm going, I don't know if I'll live that long. Oh, the industry. You know, I don't know if you're sick of this shit, but, you know, especially when they're talking about, you know, these fitness girls, right? Their fucking YouTube channels. They're always talking about the industry, the fitness industry. No, it's not some fitness fucking industry. You know, you don't have a fucking factory somewhere with like fucking employees and shit, and you're like churning out fucking widgets and shit. You don't have a supply chain, you know? Just because you're making, what, $100 a week off your fucking YouTube channel, or whatever, $200 a week, now it's a fucking industry and shit. That'd be like, you know, fucking a bum who, like, goes out on the sidewalk and he begs for change and he makes, like, a good $150 a week, or he goes in the middle of this fucking, like, 6-lane intersection, this 6-way intersection, right? You know, there's like fucking cars coming up from all angles and shit. He goes up to each and every fucking car in that fucking red light and he starts begging for fucking change, and he makes a good 100, 150 a week off that shit, right? Is that a fucking industry now? Just because he's making $150 a week? Granted, there are people who are on YouTube making fucking hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars, right? I'm not one of them. But how are you going to consider yourself an industry? You're part of some industry now just because you fucking do a YouTube video about how to do a deadlift? It's the industry. It's the Industrial Revolution through YouTube and shit. No. All you're doing is fucking, you got a video on YouTube. There's no industry. You know, you're not governed by fucking union laws and fucking and fucking EPA laws and shit. You don't have a supply chain, and you're not worried about like profit and loss and shit. There's nothing tangible, you know. The only thing that's tangible about your little industry is your fucking camera. The servers are located somewhere in fucking wherever, the middle of California for YouTube. Wherever Google has its fucking servers for YouTube. They're the only ones that have something tangible in this whole fucking thing. Everything you own is virtualized. It's fucking ones and zeros. It's an input and output. It's a standard in and a standard out. It's just a 1 and a 0. There's no industry. You don't have any assets. You don't have any tangible fucking assets. How could you be a fucking industry with a fucking video on YouTube? And the industry. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no such thing. Fitness industry. There's no such fucking thing. Everything's a fucking industry now. Everybody's got a fucking brand. Oh, my brand. Oh, I get way worried about my fucking brand. You really dickhead. You got a fucking brand, you pretentious fuck. You're so fucking important. You're so self-important that you gotta have a fucking brand now. You as a person, you are a brand. You have two legs and 2 fucking arms. Now all of a sudden that makes you a fucking brand, like you're a Kotex brand, like you're a fucking an Apple logo and shit. You're on the same fucking on par with that kind of shit. That's what you are. You're a fucking logo. Your brand. Shut the fuck up, would you? A fucking brand. Shut the fuck up. Oh God, the industry. Oh, I'm part of the fucking industry, the fitness industry. Really, you're part of a fitness industry? Oh God, man. So many people are just so full of shit these fucking days. How do they fucking listen to themselves and not fucking laugh? Did they ever watch these fucking videos back? I listen to my shit all the time. I think, what a fucking dumbass. It keeps me humble to listen, for me to listen to myself and how fucking ridiculous and stupid I sound. My fake tough guy voice and shit, right? I'm the biggest pussy on the earth. I got this fucking tough guy voice and shit, right? Do I say, oh, I'm part of the fucking YouTube industry because I'm making a video on YouTube? Say I'm part of the industry, my brand, because I made a video on YouTube. I got a brand now. It's the Golden Arches logo on my fucking forehead. I'm a fucking logo now. I'm a fucking business insignia. Oh God, shut the fuck up, would you? The industry and your brand. Shit. Fucking people, man. God. You sound ridiculous. My brand. I gotta worry about my brand. I just put out a new line of perfume. I gotta worry about my brand now. I put out a YouTube video out, and I gotta worry about my brand. I'm part of the fitness industry. Shut the fuck up, you ridiculous cunt. You ridiculous cunt. Shut the fuck up already. The industry and the brand, it's beginning to apply to everybody, which makes it a cliche, which means it's lost its fucking meaning. The industry and the brand, it has no fucking meaning anymore, so shut the fuck up. It's a cliche now. Fuck. Well, I don't know. That's the end of my notes. Now I'm all riled up. I feel like I feel like venting some more. I'm all fucking riled up now. I don't even... God damn it. I guess I'll talk about script. It's like that whole fucking... The script. Here's a fucking... Oh my God, that script bullshit. You know, I downloaded 800 books. And probably like 25% of those books are any fucking worth anything. It's like, you know, it's like whenever some education topic, some education, fucking something to learn to do, like learning Android or learning fucking hacking or some shit. Some dumb ass will come out with the fucking book, put like the name of the hot industry or the hot topic, like Android programming on a fucking title for a book, and then sell the fucking book. And then when you open the book, it's just full of shit. It'll just be like the history of the fucking Android. They'll have the title, learn how to Android program. It'll be like the history of fucking Android and shit. And it'll give you like the fucking flavors of fucking Android programming. You know, it won't actually tell you how to do anything fucking thing. It'll just talk about like the history of it. Like that one book, Ninja Hacking. What a fucking joke. Some dumbass put the title, put the word hacking into his fucking, on the title of his fucking book, Ninja Hacking. And you figure, well, once I open this book, I'm gonna learn how to fucking hack a computer or hack a network like a fucking ninja. When you open a book, it's just some bullshit about Sun Tzu and fucking and some ridiculous fucking military strategy you should use while hacking and shit. It doesn't tell you to actually hack. It just tells you what the fucking military strategy is, what a military, and what Sun Tzu says, and somehow relates it to fucking hacking. Oh, let me put the word hacking in my fucking title of my book, and now I'm gonna fucking sell it. Because everybody's interested in hacking. That's the fucking hot topic. That's what everybody wants to learn, right? Hacking. Computer hacking. I remember I took this class on Udemy, right? That fucking piece of shit fucking website, right? Half those fucking classes aren't even worth the shit. I took this one class. How to design a solar panel like energy system for your house or some shit. Now, that wasn't the title, but the instructor put this in the title of his class. How to build a solar design or system solar design 101 or some shit, right? And I go to take the class, and he's just going like, and it's just like fucking him like with like a fucking slideshow, and he's talking over the slideshow as the slides go across the fucking screen. And he's just going like, solar panels are very energy efficient. Solar panels are, will help lower your bills. The way to get solar panels is to use solar panels. And it's like, so I emailed this guy, right? Through Udemy. I messaged him through Udemy. I'm just like, how the fuck are you going to have a solar panel design systems 101 without any fucking electrical diagrams and without any fucking instructions about how to set up a solar system? He's like, oh, I didn't know that. I thought maybe that would have been too complicated for people. Well, how are you going to fucking have a class called Solar System Design 101 without any of that shit? He's like, oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, right, you fucking cunt. You fucking scam artist, piece of shit. Some guy from Africa. I think it was from Nigeria or some shit, right? I guess he was some, like, electrical engineer with this fucking, some solar panels in Nigeria. I don't know what the fuck this guy was, right? But he was a scam artist, because he just said, oh, you know what? Everybody wants to learn about solar systems. So I'll just put that in the fucking title of my class, and I'll get, like, whatever. I'll get some money off that. Well, anyways, so Scrib, like I said, a lot of those books I lost because my SD card was going to shit. There were just fucking books like that. I just looked at the title, I download the shit, right? Hacking, right? And I go look in the book, and it's like, give me the history of fucking like IBM and fucking telling me about x86 architectures for computers. Doesn't even tell me how to work it, right? How they work. It just goes, oh yeah, the x86 architecture is very susceptible to hacking. And then the whole book was like, yeah, hacking is really dangerous, and you should protect your network from that. And that's the whole fucking book. It never gave instructions about how to protect your network. It was just like giving these general fucking guidelines that didn't tell you fucking anything. They just put hacking in the fucking title of the book, and now you're thinking, well, I'm gonna learn about hacking, how to protect my network, right? And there's nothing to do with that. It's just giving me like fucking general guidelines of fucking like, good ideas of why you should protect your network. It doesn't tell you how to do it though. That's probably why most of those books are on Scrib, because nobody would fucking buy them. Nobody had the fucking, nobody was stupid enough to fucking buy those fucking books. Now, mind you, there are some good books on Scrib, right? There's this book called XSS, Cross-Site Scripting, Attacks on Websites and shit. That's a halfway decent book. They have those 4 Dummies books. Everybody puts down those 4 Dummies books, but at least they try to teach you shit, right? At least they go step by step through shit and try to actually teach you how to fucking do what's in the fucking title. Linux for Dummies. It actually has like lines of, like it has like a command line terminal with like, commands on there. A screen. A screenshot of a command line terminal with commands on there that you should go about to fucking, do an administrative work and work for a Linux for a Linux system, right? Linux for Dummies. You expect to learn Linux. They also have a hacking for Dummies. I haven't looked at that one yet, but I downloaded it. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get instructions about step-by-step instructions on how to hack. But all this other shit, I don't know. I downloaded some fucking shit books, man. I'm looking at these books, you know. I remember I downloaded this fucking one book. How to draw anatomy for animals, or like artists, like anatomy, animal anatomy for artists, right? And then it had like these chapter headings, right? Gorilla, lion, tiger. and I go to the gorilla chapter heading, and what does it say? Oh, the gorilla is a very instinctive primate. It has like 5 fingers, and it's very smart, and you know, it has a longer body compared to its head. And it walks on all 4s. And there was no actual instruction about how to draw a gorilla. Because if you ever take an artist class, I recommend this guy from Udemy. He's called Neil Fontaine, right? He has a class. Human anatomy for artists, or how to draw, you know, anatomy, human anatomy for artists, how to draw human anatomy or some shit, right? He's got some long-ass lectures in this fucking video, right? Some of these lectures he puts out, just one fucking lecture, right? It's like an hour and a half fucking long. But he's sitting there going step by step about how you could draw a human. And how you can learn human anatomy to draw like realistic humans. And like he'll describe to you, you know, why there's like different proportions that are set up for humans, and then you know how you should copy that to make your proportions, to make your human figures look like they're real humans, which you want if you're drawing. If you want to go for a stylized, you know, human drawing, then you fucking, you know, elongate one of the proportions. The torso. Remember, you want some fucking human with, you draw somebody, a human with like long legs, so you elongate the legs. That's probably the only fucking class I fucking recommend on Udemy. Neil Fontaine shit. All this shit's pretty good. He goes step by step about how to draw. But like I said, the fucking lectures are like an hour and a half. It'll take you like the whole day just to get through one lecture and shit, right? Another person I recommend is H period U period. No, it's HUW. Hugh Collingsworth. He's from England or some shit. He has a fucking pretty good on Java. Pretty good class on Java. He actually goes step by step and explains the code. Each and every fucking little tidbit of code. Every semicolon, every colon, every fucking period in the fucking code for Java. He'll actually go through the fucking why that's there. Why the period is there. Why the fucking parentheses is there. And those fucking lectures, I think, are like a half an hour, 45 minutes long sometimes. I don't know. The rest of those fucking instructions on Udemy are just like that. They're saying, oh, learn Android programming. And then when you look at their fucking class, they're just like spitting out lines of code with on their typewriter, on their keyboard and shit. And they're going, well, you just do this, and then you do this, and you do this. And if you don't get it now, you'll eventually get it. But they never explain it. They never tell you how to get it. They never tell you, you know, what the fuck, why something is like the way it is. That's why I recommend Testout. It's expensive, you know, but I got it for half price. I talked to somebody, right? I talked to one of the head guys there. I said, "Can you give it to me for half price?" Because, you know, I had purchased one of your products before, and even though he didn't have a record of me purchasing it, because I did it so long ago, he gave it to me for half price. Testout, now that'll teach you how to do some shit. You can learn fucking Linux, you can learn CCNA, you can learn Microsoft Server test, You can learn A+, Network Plus, Security Plus. Of course, those fucking tests for, you know, the CompTIA test, expensive as fuck, man. Who's gonna afford $400 for a fucking test, right? Who's got that kind of money to throw around? Some people do, not me though. I don't know. So I've been going through educational hell trying to turn my fucking life around. And I get sucked into, like, you know, these fucking con artists. They put, you know, Android programming in their fucking class titles, and you figure, well, I guess I'm gonna learn about Android programming. When you get to the fucking class, you actually get in the nitty gritty of the class, and it's got fucking shit. It's bullshit. Anyways, you get the gist. I'm done talking. Have a nice one. Good luck dying. Fucking cocksuckers.